Whatever plans we may have made for 2025 or January of 2025 may not materialize in the way in which we had expected. Certain socio-political restrictions may be involved in that whole process, but the whole story of January and 2025 is that we must awake to the possibility and the reality that it's time for us to chart a new direction for our lives on this planet. January showcases the entire year as well as the energy of the month alone, and this holds some very interesting possibilities. The year begins with a Libra rising, defining a social orientation, emphasizing social conformity. The Aries Chiron in the Leo decan refers to the pain of forced adherence to social standards. Older social patterns are in decline because all the planets above the horizon are retrograde except Chiron. This is a strong suggestion that individual or socio-political objectives may not unfold according to personal wishes or political desires. The left side concerns destiny making. The right side about destiny fulfillment. The left side involves the third house Mercury in the Leo decan of Sagittarius, trying to express a higher vision which proves somewhat elusive since the Leo Mars is retrograde in the 10th house of public office. Together, this tells us that destiny includes understanding that people might not wholly surrender to attempts to limit their power or freedom. The right side begins with the Capricorn Sun at the 4th house cusp, establishing the need to redirect the retrograde Jupiter in the Libra decan of Gemini toward the resolution of conflicts and the reduction of socio-economic restrictions. The fulfillment of destiny involves the use of the higher aspects of mind to communicate new ideas that can nurture a more life-friendly society. If you know your moon and rising signs, please listen to those as well. Aries. It appears to be essential for you to let go of old values and ideals and make room for increasing your sense of security. This can free you to adapt your sense of social worth toward more freely expressing your higher values. Taurus. You may be visited by old insecurities, but it is best to flex your new muscles rather than engage in a fight with your past. It is an opportunity to use your higher mind to just ignore the fear and take full charge of your life. Gemini. Be brave enough to express your true thoughts or feelings. Doing this, despite the fear of rejection, will help you to understand the real source of those conflicts that happen too often in your more intimate relations. Cancer. Expressing your feelings and opinions will be much easier if you transcend your habit of measuring yourself against social standards. These standards amount to social stagnation for society and worse for individuals. Leo. The heart may be wounded, but not the will in the life of a lion such as yourself. This is an opportunity to elevate your consciousness, to increase your strength. Speaking from the heart means overcoming feelings of anger. Virgo. You are facing and being faced with a strong need to reemerge with your previously abandoned creative skills intact. This means adapting to new work and personal development aimed at increasing your confidence in your creativity. Libra. Relations are based on very different needs this year. There is a different set of transformative values that will determine the strength of these kinds of connections. Adapting to this means adjusting to a deep faith in self. Scorpio. Keeping your feelings and thoughts to yourself provides a false sense of security, but does the opposite with your ability to confidently express your true feelings. Hiding is an old habit that must be left behind. Sagittarius. Confidently express new ideals and values because you can see the need for improvements that will assist you and others to heal. Basing your life on higher, more spiritual values helps you transcend social conflicts. Capricorn, put your worries aside in order to get a better sense of what you actually need to change in your life. Indeed, social conditions and standards are changing, and so it is important to keep using the ideals that work for you. Aquarius, it's a new world, it's an old world. Engaging with this means risking your own validity because old standards should be avoided. The new ones are equally suspect. Change may be constant, but delay only adds to the pain. Pisces, transcending the past means reviving a strong faith in yourself. Developing more confidence means adapting your ambitions toward a more universal sense of identity with humanity, regardless of race or nationality. We all need to adjust our work and personal values to reflect more spiritual goals. The feelings of restriction this Capricorn sun on the cusp of the fourth house brings the need for change to the forefront of our minds. Long-standing social values and morals are failing, so we must end our subservience to the past. We must work to build the future and place our faith in higher, more spiritual values which have been relegated to illusions and fantasies by the materialist view of reality. The change and the challenge is to use what ability we have to overcome personal insecurities and supporting personal and social activities that are new and previously unimagined by the power structures that hold us to the world of yesterday. Today has a foot in the future, and so is involved in creating the reality of tomorrow. The message this month asks that we take the first step and work toward healing ourselves. What can follow from that is a reliance on personal empathy and compassion rather than submitting to those dysfunctional values that have created the current world conditions. People are real and authentic and can feel that social values are being used to restrict the creation of their future, one that is free of illusions of materialism. This astrological configuration calls for us to strike out in a wholly new direction. We are faced with the real need to break free from as many of those restrictions as possible. That could take up a whole 20 years of the Pluto transit through Aquarius to accomplish. We were not built in a day, and we will not disappear so quickly either. But by the time of the full moon in the Pisces decan of Cancer on January 13th, the need for healing will be clearly on display. As our so-called leaders turn on each other in increasingly negative and dangerous ways, the power struggle is on, so people need to be prepared to survive this reality.